Welcome to the mind of Lancescurv, the most creatively profound man in cyberspace.
Talk to you today about a few things that have come across my attention, and I have an audio that I want to kind of play, but it's not ready yet. So I'm going to go through it like this. This is not going to be long at all. And I'm quite sure many of you know about it, but I'll say it like this. In a world where light and goodness shine brightly, there are those who, consumed by envy and darkness, seek to dim the light through covert and malicious terms and means. Witchcraft, in its many forms, has been a tool for such individuals to manipulate and control others, often targeting those who are innocent and radiant. This discussion explores the sinister practices of witchcraft used to bring down the virtuous, focusing on culinary manipulations and other insidious methods. The culinary conspiracy, bewitching the taste buds. A young lady's revelation on social media has shine a light on a disturbing practice in the culinary world. In various cultures, some restaurant owners perform rituals over their food to make it irresistibly addictive. These rituals are believed to enchant the food, making it taste better than anything else the consumer ever had, thus ensuring a steady stream of customers and high profits. This form of culinary witchcraft is a covert way to dominate the market, often at the expense of the consumer's well-being. The enchanting of food may seem like a harmless, even beneficial practice at first glance. However, the underlying intent is far from benign. Consumers, unaware of the manipulative rituals, become addicted to the food, often experiencing negative effects on their physical and spiritual health. This wicked practice exploits the trust and vulnerability of individuals, turning a simple act of eating into a tool for domination and control. Beyond the culinary sphere, witchcraft is employed in various ways to manipulate and control others. These practices are often subtle, operating on mental, physical, and spiritual levels, making them difficult to detect and counteract. We have mental manipulation, thought inception. Practitioners of witchcraft may plant negative thoughts and doubts in the minds of their targets, causing them to question their self-worth and capabilities. Emotional drainage. By creating situations that lead to emotional turmoil, they drain their targets of joy and positivity, replacing it with anxiety and depression. Physical manipulation. Cursed objects. Enchanted objects can be placed in the victim's environment, causing physical ailments and bad luck. Health deterioration. Rituals can be performed to deteriorate the physical health of the target, making them weak and vulnerable. Now we have spiritual manipulation. Energy drainage. The inner light of a good person could be siphoned off through spiritual attacks, leaving them feeling spiritually depleted and disconnected. Demonic influence. By invoking dark entities, practitioners can send negative spiritual energies toward their targets, creating a sense of fear and unease. The jealousy behind the darkness. The root cause of such malicious actions is often jealousy. The inner light and goodness of an innocent person can be a stark contrast to the darkness within those who indulge in witchcraft. This light acts as a mirror, reflecting their own insecurities and shortcomings, which they attempt to mask through destructive means. Good people, with their positive energy and radiant spirits, naturally attract envy from those who struggle with their inner demons. Instead of striving to better themselves, these individuals choose to bring others down, using witchcraft as their weapon of choice. Awareness and vigilance are key in combating these covert dark arts. By recognizing the signs of manipulation and protecting one's mental, physical, and spiritual well-being, individuals can shield themselves from such malevolent practices. It is crucial to trust in one's inner light and seek support from positive, like-minded individuals who can help reinforce one's defenses against these insidious attacks. Ultimately, the power of goodness and inner light can prevail over darkness of envy and manipulation. By staying true to oneself and fostering a strong sense of self-awareness, one can navigate through these challenges and emerge stronger and more resilient. This exploration of covert ways in which witchcraft is used to manipulate and control serves as a reminder of the importance of inner strength and positivity. By shining a light on these practices, we can better understand and protect ourselves from the hidden dangers that lurk in the shadows. You see, I would have never thought about this, but to get to somebody, and you know, sometimes they say when a woman wants to get to a man, that you got to get to the man through his stomach, among other things. But we don't really pay these things no mind. And really, when you come to think about it, we are really, really vulnerable when it comes to where we eat, if we eat in public. Even if we don't eat in public, that person who you think loves you or cares for you, you don't know, not even on a physical level, but the energy transferred from that person's hands while they make that food for you, specifically for you, can be very, very deadly and taste really good to have you coming back for more. Now you have the situation where you have, and I've used this before in other shows, where you can have a chef in a restaurant who can't stand the restaurant owner, who's not paying him enough, who belittles his skills. And that hurt, that hate, translates into cooking food for strangers who are innocent, where they get the feeling from that food. So you have to be careful who you eat from and who's around you when you eat. That's another thing we have to take care of also and take into consideration. So the bottom line is, I had a clip that I wanted to play for you, but I don't see that it's uploading. I wanted to talk about this really fast. This is going to be a fast one. I'll come back with the clip. Let me get into the comments section. Lady J, we got to continue that, what we did. It's been a tsunami of work and unexpected requests for materials and going here and going there, and unanswered phone calls, and people pop up at the last minute. So please understand. And I don't know if you wanted to come on in and say anything. If you did, but I'll drop the link. And if not, I'm going to do a lot of work today. I just have to take a little run out later on and make some things happen and get back, because I can't leave the home front too much. But if you had anything you wanted to say, I dropped the link right there and you can come on in. Just let me know. I was getting into those words, so I didn't see you in the chat room. But this is a very important topic that we need to speak on. And it's something that we can't. All right, come on in, click that link. I just dropped it. You know, we chit chat for a little while, and I know you know to add a whole lot of things in on this one, because you're very aware and you have that light. You blind the demons around you. You see, Had Not and Sons, how are you? Thank you so much. And look, we're gonna come back later on with something, but I had to wake up what I wanted to do yesterday. There was so much work that I had to do and rearranging some things, and I was dusty and tired. I was so tired I didn't even have enough energy to want to eat all the way. So today is a different day. I woke up on a mission. And I want to say to all those who are on the membership page, I have not been putting stuff up, but this week is going to get right back where it should be. Just, thank you for supporting me, and just take that into consideration, because ultimately there's a lot of great work being done here. Okay, Lady J, I don't know if you see the link that's there. Come on in if you want to. Just let me know, because if not, I'll wrap this down. Okay, so I thought I saw you pop in. Well, if you can't, it's okay. I'm going to come back later on. I just want to drop that to start off the momentum of the day and show you I mean business, because I ain't playing today. You know what I mean? So, okay, there you go. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm not rushing you. Let me get you on in. I got a couple things going on here. Okay, hold on. Let me add you into the stage here. Talk to me, sister.
Hey, Salat. I told you, it took me ages to come in.
Oh,
I had to press and keep pressing this button, that button, enter this, and oh my. But yeah, what you just said about food, you know, I I I mean my grandmother didn't raise me in saying don't eat from people, don't eat from people, because I didn't really eat food as a child. But now that I'm an adult, I must admit I love eating food. And now being and I'm doing the fingers church member, they have the potlucks. And I'm telling you, that is the most dangerous place as to where you can eat food from is in church. And now I hardly eat anything from church at lunchtime anymore
exactly.
because, yeah, a lot of wickedness is practiced. And not only that, I was given a bottle of castor oil. You're going to find this story interesting because this person outed themselves at the same time as they're handing me this bottle of castor oil. As she was giving it to me, she says, oh, I had poured some in a rum bottle and I accidentally gave it to a friend, another friend, who I had promised rum to. So when she opened it and saw that it was this red oil in the bottle, she threw it out because she said when she realized that she gave her the wrong bottle and she called her to say, I've got your rum, I gave you the wrong bottle. She said, oh, I threw it in the garbage. She then said to me, she went and threw it in the garbage without even calling me to say, what is this? Most probably thinking, oh, I'm trying to work some obi or witchcraft on her. And I thought, wow. And do you know the bottle that she gave me the castor oil in was in an empty vinegar bottle. And when I thought
Wow.
about it, yeah, you're saying wow. And I think I know why you're saying wow. When
That has some
Christ was
kind of
on that cross,
significance. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, when Christ was on that cross, what did they give him? Vinegar, but he refused it. And I says, you know what? This here is going in the garbage. And I threw it away. And do you know, when you share things with certain people that practice, I said to another friend, I said, can you believe it? This woman come giving me this castor oil in a vinegar bottle. And I says, you know what? I'm gonna throw it away. Do you know I could hear the disappointment in her voice? She didn't even say, yeah, you know what? You're right. Throw it. Don't use it. She was actually disappointed that I wasn't going to use it. And
You
I
see
said,
that?
wow.
But you were wise to
Because
catch that, though. You were wise to catch that. Most people wouldn't have caught it.
because this is why I read the word of the most high living God. Because do you know that I have learned that these witchcraft practices can meet up in the spirit realm just to go after one person. So even though they don't know
Exactly.
each other in the spirit realm, they come
It's
together.
it's like an occult. It's like an occult Zoom meeting.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, wow. And you know what's so uncanny about this chat you're doing now? Hmm. It flashed up that you were going live, So I clicked on. I didn't know what you were going to talk about. And I just clicked on. And I'm hearing you talking about food. Well, it just so happens that I had asked a particular someone to send me some fresh castor oil straight from the yard, right? And it was
Right.
posted to me, but for some reason, it got posted back. So they said to me, oh, it's been returned. Well, lo and behold, their other half is visiting another place. So I guess it's easier to post it from there. And I was told yesterday that this thing has been posted by this other person that I don't want it from, but they've posted it to me.
Oh,
And
really?
this was just yesterday, yeah. And you know what? What you've just spoken about is confirmation, because I said, I don't want it. I'm throwing it. And there's the confirmation. This is the confirmation. I am to throw it away and not use it. Because this person has such hatred for me. Such hatred.
Because your light is upsetting their demons. Oh, I have that around me too. I have that around me. And I can see it for what it is, even when other people didn't see it. And I realized it long before, because it could be a husband and wife as a team trying to break you down and influence the other people who know you to be against you and to break down everything you do and stop anything from moving forward. Listen, I spotted that before I came to Africa, and I knew what was around me. You know what I mean? You always have that step ahead. And they don't like your light. They don't like what you have. They don't want you to know what you have. They don't want you to have they want to break your spirit. They will do everything and work together to break your spirit. And they get pissed off when they can't seem to destroy you. Because here I am in 2024, still doing my thing, coming back actually better than ever when my projects are completed. And I'm just so overjoyed. So they're just going to have to go back and find a whole version stronger of the hoodoo that they use.
Yeah. Now the one with the castor oil in the vinegar bottle, like, there's been several times that she has attacked me, and I just sit back and I literally say nothing. And this last attack, I was saying to her, oh, I was having a word with my manager, and I was saying to her that the other manager was kind of bugging me, and I guess he was trying to say, oh, I'm too slow. And I said, my manager then said, oh, but you are slow. And she burst out with, and this friend that I was telling this to, the one that gave me the castor oil in the vinegar bottle, she burst out with this dirty, nasty, evil laughter. And I thought, wow, because that's not the first time she's done that. But the Bible says, try the spirits, try them. So when I tell her certain things, it's to see what response is she going to give me. And it's always one where, like you said, they want to see you down. They want to see you beneath them. They want to, they don't want to see you come up.
Well, you know what it also is? It's the mentality of, for one to live, one must die. And they're also people who, whichever means that they use to destroy you and being envious of you, they're also destiny snatchers. They want your
Yes.
destiny. They see where you're going. They see themselves going nowhere and what it is that they're doing. And I've had people that had much more money than me.
Yes.
Listen, I'm retired. I'm not some rich dude. We just made the right moves with the little bit that we had. We still going and doing all the construction and taking our time and doing what we're doing. And they know when it comes, when we arrive, when we get to that point, which is not a problem for me, because for me, it's the joy of the process. We are all unfinished works. And the funny part about it is we will never be made into perfection before we leave this earth. We will end this plane of existence before we transition as unfinished works. At least let it be that we improved more than what we came in here with, and we learn from the experiences that we have. But we have people who see your destiny and they despise it. And they want to destroy you so they can have it. Listen, if I was a professional basketball player, does that stop anybody else from being a professional basketball player? If I'm a millionaire, does that stop anybody else from being a millionaire? But these are the people who can't stand to see you shine, and you're not even trying to shine for attention. You're not even trying to shine in a narcissistic way. You're just innocently being yourself, and you have all these grouped up entities around you, like those bugs and those moths around the floodlight in the backyard, that you don't see in the daytime, but they come out at night to hover around you because your light attracts them. But at the same time, they can't stand your light. But see, there's no thing that you can do without consequences. And as they continue to do, their lives will break down. Things will fall down because they're looking to destroy you. You can't do that to light. And I'm not saying I'm light and I'm perfect. If you cut me off on the road, I might give you the middle finger and cuss you out like anybody else. But I'm trying. And I admit to my shortcomings. But these people, when they see you, they can't get you out of their head, and they can't feel as though they're alive unless they off you, because they feel that the energy that comes from you when you're down and out or destroyed will go to them. And in those practices, if you're not aware, it will happen. Don't think you can sit there and not combat it. Like you said, you got to fight this thing. If you don't fight it, it will by default defeat you because it is a powerful energy. You see, the satanic forces out here, because we may stand on a righteous stance, we can't be the only ones to fight. We got to get the creator that's behind us and who created us for a purpose, because we all are tools. We're tools and made in a special way for a special purpose. And like I said, so many people want to live your purpose because they see the great things that are coming. You don't even know the great things that are coming. You accept it. Look, if I was a floor sweeper, at night after the theater is over, I'm cool with that. Of course, I'm going to try to do better. But wherever I'm placed in this world, I'm happy to do my task and to do my assigned mission. There are people who don't even like that with you. When you find your stride and you're doing what you do, they got to stop it. Oh, I've had some, not even covert, but overt attacks in my face by these demons, So, yeah, I just wanted to interject that little piece inside there.
Oh, no, I totally agree with you 100%. And, it just amazes me that, I have never thought evil or wanted to do harm to anyone. And definitely not in the ways of when people
Exactly.
practice
That you gotta be
dark
gone with
arts.
this thing. No, really, you gotta be gone with this thing. The amount of look, I'm not gonna tell it all. I'll save it for the book one day where I name names. There have been entities who have gone and done animal sacrifices and all different types of things on me, and I guess they feel stupid because I'm still here. About like they say, how the kids say it, whatever you do to me bounces off of me and goes right back to you. That's a basic principle. See, you got to be right though. You got to keep yourself spiritually correct for it to bounce off of you, and you still may feel it because it's a fight. You ever see a boxing match where you didn't see the fight, but you cut the TV on and they're about to announce the decision because it wasn't a knockout, and all of a sudden you say, "Man, look at these two guys. That guy over there, his face is all beat up, his eyes are swollen, his nose is crushed, bleeding, lips all swollen, ears poking out. God, I know he lost." And the guy who doesn't seem to have a scar on his face or a mark on his face is the one who lost. You see what I mean? So we all come out different ways through the battles that we have to deal with. And some of us have some harsh battles, but as long as we maintain that righteous connection, there's nothing that'll beat us. And like I always say, as far as the
Exactly.
analogy is concerned, if I hold up a roll of toilet paper and tell you to punch it, your fist will rip through it fast because it has nothing behind it. But if you put that toilet paper and roll it out a thin little slice of it and hold it up in front of a brick wall and tell a person, punch it as hard as you can, they're going to break their hand. And they're going to think you did it as a piece of toilet paper. But it was what was behind you backing you up. So if you want to fight me, fine. It's not me that's going to whip you. It's what's backing me up. And I may look like I'm behind on points sometime, but I'm going to stick in there, remain connected, and listen to my corner, and you will lose. And you have to have that attitude. You can't be humble in a fight. You can't be humble in a war. You got to be ready to kick behind just as long because you know you're in the righteous stance. My father never taught me to be jealous of anybody. I don't know what it's like to be jealous of anybody. Jealousy is the flip side of inspiration. When I see somebody achieve something, it inspires me because I'm rooted in a righteous mindset. But there's some people who see it and they want to go out and buy the same car. They want to do something to the same thing to their house, whatever. They want to buy the same handbag or jewelry or whatever. And that's what it is. I don't know how to do that. That's why I can remain in the process and loving the process, the love and joy of the process. To be here, to be alive, and to do what I do, that keeps me from that foolishness. That's a severe situation that takes a spiritual emergency visit to the spiritual hospital, if you ask me.
Exactly. And and it's also about having the gift of discernment. I think out of all the gifts that God could give a person, the gift of discernment is number one, because you can kind of, like, when someone's coming for you, you can discern that they're coming, and then it puts you 10 steps ahead of them to, like, throw their plans, let's say. But with the envy thing, what I've done with friends who have been envious of me, and even envious when we're shopping together and I see something and I say, oh, I'm going to get me this. And then they'll throw like this, this tantrum, this silent tantrum of being upset, And you know how I handle that? I say, well, look, there's 5 more. I say, well, there's 5 more. And if you don't buy it, someone else will. So go ahead, get the same thing. I don't care. That's how I handle it. Because it's like,
Mhm.
get over your envy. And if you have the money, then go ahead, buy the same thing, because I don't care.
That's why I
But
miss
it
the
just,
days of being unique. Well, go ahead, sister.
I was just going to say, it just amazes me. People who let this envy, this jealousy control them. And I can tell you, and when they do have that demon, because that's what it is, it's a demon. If they were face to face with you, they would want to put their hands on you and do their worst, because I've
Hmm.
experienced that also.
Oh, trust me, I know what that is. And, you have people who may be friends, but if you purchase a cell phone, they have to go out and get one that's on a higher level and tell you, yeah, well, this is top of the line. If you do something, they try to influence you, or they see somebody around you that is good for you. It doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship or not, just good for you, and is motivated and have a synergistic energy with you, where them being around you, this new person or people or group or situation will catapult you higher. They can see this first.
Mm.
So that's why I look to the demons to let me know as a gauge. I use them. They let me know where I'm going and when I'm hitting the right point, because they'll never encourage you to the right place. So
No,
they have their
never.
purpose in my life, and I use them, because sometimes they'll come against you growing, not sometimes, but all the time. Listen, I have dedicated demons in my life right now that call themselves friends. So not all my friends were the same, but there's some in there who will laugh and talk with you because based on their own insecurities, they want to see you fall. And they're going to continue to hang around until they think you're going to fall. And when they thought you were going to fall, they showed their behind and played their hand. Once a person plays their hand and lets you know how they stand, don't believe how they think or try to make you think they change or they're not that way. You understand? They always do that. So, and that's the funny thing. I kill them with kindness, but I watch them because I know they have death for me. They want to stop everything I'm doing, keep you out of your flow, try to keep you on a certain level. If you were addicted to drugs and you have this person around you who's envious, they're going to try to keep you, not by outright trying to give you something. I'm not saying I never use drugs. What I'm saying is that they don't want to see you rise. They see you doing good. I've seen people get off of drugs and go to school or become an entrepreneur and become successful even into the millions, which that's not a gauge of just success, your money. The success is that they stopped what it was that they were doing and they're living a full, righteous life. But these people that are of the dark, they don't want you to live that way. They don't want you to have that. Because, like I said, I don't understand what it's like to sit here and ooze with hate and envy. There's somebody who is not too far from me physically where they live, and they had professed to a utility worker. You see him over there? You see him over there? Man, hate him, you know. Man, hate him. But just don't dislike him. Man, hate him. Really, brother? You hate yourself. You hate yourself. Because no matter how down the world tries to put me, I'm not paranoid saying the world's trying to do this, but the times when you do, look, I'm human. I wake up sometime a little too tired. I'll say, I don't feel like doing this. But like Mike Tyson said, the key to success is to do this very thing that you hate, like you love it. Now, I love doing this. I don't hate it. But what I take from that is that when there's something of a discomfort or you may not feel like doing, go in and do it anyway. Like the work I did yesterday, so much in this house that I couldn't even go live. I was about to, and I was like, I put my head down, I was out. I was going to issue an apology in the community section, but that's the way it is sometimes, because y'all know I'm always pushing. I have no time to sit there and get stagnant. I'm always moving. Hell, I'm always moving to the point now. I wake up and forget I'm in Africa. I say, oh man, I thought I was in New York. I thought I was in Orlando. I'm here. Wow, what's next? Here, look, this ain't it. This ain't it. There's more to it. I'm reaching beyond the stars. I'm not just, to my own dictates as according to how our creator God wants us to move. That's the way I do it. You see? And look, as much as many people put down certain things, there are principles that are universal. That okay, let's start with a simple physical principle. You throw an apple out of the window of the 10th story of a building, gravity, that divine law of gravity takes over. Well, just like you see things in the physical, there are things in the spiritual realm, and that gift of discernment that I have that's sometimes dulled by me being so nice. Now I'm going to be righteously not nice anymore. You know what I mean? Good with the good people, but I'm going to be righteously not nice. I'm not going to tolerate something that I see through completely immediately, even if people think I'm crazy. If I see something coming at me in the form of a person and I know it ain't right, I'm not dealing. I'm turning around and walking away. Look for comments of me to be made in a very eccentric manner. Lancescurv is acting weird. He out of nowhere, he just got up from the business meeting at the table and just left. We never heard from him again. I'm not going to waste no time. I'm not going to waste no time. Like my father used to say when he got older, he would joke about it. He's like, listen, anybody mess with my family or mess with me, understand, I don't have too much time to give the man, meaning that I don't have too much time to give to prison system. So if you hurt my family, I'm doing you in. So right now, I'm in the same position, not because of the chronological age of 61 years old, because I got just as much energy as I ever had, and I'm on fire more so, and I have a lot more experience. They may have taken away the record of my prior achievements, but I'm the person who did it, and now we're going to get ready to take it to the next level. So never let anybody defeat you, these damn jealous occult working demons. You'll show them up every time, because they got to take into account the consequences for their actions. And even being played out around me right now at this very moment, I'm laughing at certain things because you get the accountability is a BI. I won't say the TCH. I'll just say BI.
Mm-hmm. And and this was the same discussion that I had yesterday with a friend and my sister, where we're finding that we're having to back away from people and to get rid of people and just stick to ourselves, because people are becoming more and more diabolical and barefaced with their demons that are possessing them. And so
Of course.
it's just safer to stay away from people. So yeah, it is about being righteously not nice.
I don't know where that came from,
Because
but I tell you, yeah, go ahead.
because it's like, if you now do not draw the line, they will come and think that they can put their finger, literal one finger on you, and think, yep, destroy. And
And
it's not
see,
happening.
you have no time for this. We got stuff to do in our lives that are ordained, whatever it may be. It might be a woman who's ordained to raise a child from another woman who fell to drugs or passed away. That might be your mission. So many
Yeah.
people look for their name to be up in lights, and I'm going to be famous one day and I'm going to do this. You don't need to crave that. That means you're looking for it at the wrong reason. I don't care if nobody knows me. The only reason why I put my name out there and do all these crazy graphics is because that's how the business of this thing is done. That's how you do it. But I don't mind. Like, I'm an artist. Before people knew, all them pictures I drew before anybody knew me decades ago, right? From when I was younger. I didn't come out here to be this guy. YouTube came and I did these interviews and people started liking the way I talk. But this is the way I am. But whatever it is that you're supposed to do, you're supposed to do it wholeheartedly. But again, so many people out here don't understand that when you raise your vibration, there's a special brand of loneliness that you have accepted. And now, as social beings, sometimes that can be a struggle. But you have to understand that when you do go higher, you cannot tolerate the energy of everyone. They will say, "Oh, you think you're better than them." No, you're going higher, and you just don't have a taste for the things that you used to do, whether you used to do them or not, or the foolishness of others that they want to bring you into. I'm not saying you now, but I'm saying you bore me. You slow me down. It's like a ball and chain around both ankles, and I'm trying to race Usain Bolt. It ain't going to work. I can't run. I can't beat that man anyway, just regular. And now you're going to put the ball and chain on my feet? No, I can't do it. So the more you go higher is the more you have a distaste for the things out here that are not going anywhere. The things that people try to titillate you with, it won't work. It's like bullets bouncing off of Superman's chest, right? It just don't work. But there is a loneliness sometimes. Doesn't mean you're alone, but this is why you want to seek out people who are like-minded with the same trajectory, even though you may be going in different directions in your personal mission, that it is a thing of righteousness. Like me, I love to be around creative people. They don't have to be artists with a pen and a pencil like me. They can paint. They might like music. They might like gardening and do something in a creative way. But the creative mindset, which is directly connected to the creator, right? This is why they want to take music and art out of school. Because if you look at it, most revolutionaries out here have some great hidden creative talent. So if we can stop that part of the mind from working and opening up those portals and translating it into seeing things that we don't want the people to see, we'll control them more. So this is why they do that. So when they spot you and you have an open, and I don't mean open mind like an open mind for any old filth, but an open mind to see or receive the signals that you're supposed to receive. Because look, if you have a satellite dish and you have a satellite, you don't put a tree between the satellite dish and the satellite. You want a clear signal. And there are people who come around you who don't want you to have a clear signal. Come on, man, let's go drinking. Yeah, it ain't a couple drinks ain't gonna hurt. Let's go to the whorehouse. Let's pick a fight with somebody. Look at him, he's looking at you all funny. What are you gonna let him get away with that? There's always these things coming up, and they plant these things in your mind so you're on remote control. There's no way around, and you get caught up in somebody else's mindset. This is why I enjoy the isolation that I have, righteous isolation. I'm not only just getting the signals, I'm getting tsunamis of signals hitting me right now. You know what I mean? So I jumped up. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I wanted to do this so bad. I'm gonna give you too much information right now. I jumped down in front of the computer, didn't even wash my backside yet. The sense of urgency was so strong. That's why I can't stay on too long, because I got to get that taken care of.
You see, and this is why I'm saying everything you said was a confirmation as to my decision
Yes.
yesterday. Because, you know, God is good. And, you know, he always, always gives me confirmation. And
See
it
that?
wasn't even that I was not sure, but he knows that I don't like to waste things, you know, because there's so many people in need. And, you know, castor oil is such a healing oil. You know, I would feel a little bad about it, but God is giving me that confirmation to say, my child, it is no good. Throw it away. So,
That's
Lancelot,
right.
you fulfilled your assignment today.
See that? I did. I did. And
You
not
did.
only that, not only that, you confirmed it. You confirmed
You
it.
did.
Just like the witches and warlocks and demons on the spiritual Zoom call connected to do something evil to people, we got the same thing too, but it's a righteous thing and it's a clean burning thing, and there's no residue. There's no heaviness out of it. Now you made my day. I got the whole day ahead of me, and I could know that if I didn't do anything else more, we did that. And trust me, today there's so much more coming.
You see? You know, and this is the thing, you know, when lights come together, they burn even brighter where it cannot be hid.
There you go. Wow.
So yeah. And
Synergistic.
now, you know, even for myself, you know, that has uplifted my spirit, my mood. So wow, God is good.
Early in the day too. For me, it's early. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, no, well, it's not 6 in the morning, but it's what time now? I think it's 11:44 for me. It's 16 minutes, but between 12 and 12, that's when I'm really zooming. Noon and midnight. If I zoom hard from 12 noon, I'll fall down 8 or 9 o'clock. But if I'm going strong, I'll fall down later on. I just go until I fall down. I go until I can't do no more. I just keep throwing punches, keep throwing punches. I don't worry about it. Just keep throwing the punches. If the opponent can take those, he's going to lose on points and he's going to have a busted face. So I mean that in a righteous way.
Yeah. But
Like
you
like my
know,
like Muhammad Ali said, you can't hit what you can't see. So those want to sit there and just watch me, you won't be able to keep up. Because sometimes even I don't know what I'm gonna do next.
well, this is
So
it. This
how
is
you gonna meet me down the road and intercept me when I don't know where I mean I know I'm going on the righteous level, but look, there's sometimes I get up and I have in me what I want to do the same way. And something from within just says, no, do it this way. No, stay in. No, do that tomorrow, but go in this one area when you go and do whatever. And it always works out right. Lots of times before it's like, no, I want to do it this way, I want to do it that way, until I understand how things work. Not just racing thoughts, but something deep from within that guides you. Even in
mm,
motion, turn down this street. Go there. There are times that I wake up in a day and I know that particular day I'm going to cross paths with somebody simply phenomenal. That's why I always keep my camera on me. You never know who you're going to meet. You know what I mean? And when I get that feeling, it almost always happens. But you got to listen though. It's not the surface voice. It's the deepest voice. Because see, our surface voice can lead us down the wrong way. Oh, that girl's pretty. Look at her shape. She's waving at me. Let me go on over there. You know what I mean? And then you end up in the
yes.
clinic 2 weeks later, scratching and itching.
Well, this is it. Because, you know, it's that still small voice that we have to listen to and follow. And this is where so many people do get, you know, fall into the pit
Mm-hmm.
because of that same voice that you just talked about. And this
Mm-hmm.
is the thing. people need to start cleansing themselves and waking up, because I'm telling you, things are getting rough out there.
Big time. They don't realize it though, how it's getting.
Mm.
You know, like it was shared with me earlier from a dear sister. We see these human beings as human beings and we want to fight them as human beings. I don't mean physically go up and punch somebody in the face. Necessary if you have to. But the evil that they spew is not a physical evil. These people are not human. They're here for a purpose. They have a human body, but they're a demonic entity. And people laugh when you speak this way. Oh, you're cuckoo. I don't see the demons in the movies. But yeah, so look, what's in these people around us is worse than what you see in the movies. You see what I mean? It's worse.
Because it's true, because that same church sister that I told you about with the castor oil in the vinegar bottle, and who laughed at the story concerning, when my manager said, "Oh, but you are slow." There was one
That's
time
crazy.
I did a devotion, and when I read my Bible, God shows me things, and He showed me Peter, where Christ said to Peter, "The devil seeks to sift you as wheat, but I have prayed for you. And when
Mhm.
you are converted, go and strengthen your brethren." And when I shared that with her, this was the response. Ha 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 ha! You're not converted. You're not converted. Ha 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 ha! You're not converted. I thought, Lord have mercy. If this is not the devil
It-
that I'm talking to, then what is
right,
it?
right. Because if you're not converted, then why are they putting so much energy in it to psychologically manipulate you to make you think you're not, to plant that seed? Look, let me tell you something. I love these mind games because you ain't gonna whip
Yeah,
me with it. I see
I
it
love
coming a
it
mile
too.
away. Because you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
go back frustrated. And I might make you think you're getting somewhere, but when you see me how I am, I might bluff you. You might catch me with a shot. I may act like I'm stunned. And you moving for the kill, and I catch you, and you on the ground looking up at the ceiling. Trust me. I
Oh
lived
yeah.
this thing for so long and was taught for so long from early on by my parents for certain things. And you know what? When I didn't listen, I had falls, slips and falls, but nothing I couldn't get up from, nothing I didn't have the mental fortitude when I was taught on how to get up, because surely when you're in a fight, you're going to catch a blow. It may not be as many as the opponent, it may be more, but that's something that's going to happen. That's going to teach you for the next time, even more so, how to defend yourself. And I speak like I'm talking about fighting, but it's really on a spiritual level. That's how I talk.
Oh, of course. Of course. But it is a fight, though. It is a fight.
Oh, yeah.
It is a fight that does start in the spiritual and can even lead out into the physical. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
is
Oh, yeah. But
definitely a fight.
And I let them demons know, whichever way you want to come at me, mentally, physically, or spiritually, you pick it first, and I'm going to whip you in it. I'm giving you the choice. I'm giving you the choice to see how you want to do it, whichever way. See, you got to belittle these beings. I'm not saying you have to go out of your way and go tit for tat with them, but when it comes time, just let them know. And they'll have such a shocked look on their face because, see, they're not connected to nothing but the darkness. They can't whip you when you're fully connected. Right? There's no
Exactly.
switch to say, let's cut on darkness. There's only a switch to cut on light. You put the lights on, darkness flees. You speak the truth, the liars look stupid. I've had character assassinations on me, smear campaigns to keep people away from me out here after coming here, worse than even in America. And now tables are turning, and I'm cool where I am because I'm still going to do what I do, and I'm in a better place. A better place. I'm probably more enthusiastic than I ever been in my whole life. And these people who have tried to do little things, they going through their own issues right now, tiptoeing through the tulips now. You got something big on your mind now. It ain't got nothing to do with me, but it was brought on to you because it's not just me, but things they've done to other people. You learn in nature, the universe is perfectly balanced. Perfectly
Mm.
balanced. It rains, it gets a little dry, the sun comes out, goes back, it's seasonal. So whatever you think is not coming back for you, if you are sowing evil, you're gonna reap evil. It's gonna come back to you and it's yours. And I want you to enjoy the plate because you worked hard to get that out there. So enjoy it. Sometimes it comes sooner, sometimes it comes later. But this is what I'll say. I'll never seek revenge on one who has done something to me. Meaning that now, if you touch my daughters or I see you beating up some old lady or something, will get you right away. But it makes the wrath that they receive higher when you leave it to the
Oh,
universe,
yeah.
you leave it to God do it. So if you jump in, you might get them and have maybe a legal right to do so if you want to, but it won't be the same immense tsunami of punishment that the backside's going to get, not only on this level, but in the after time that we're here. So lay back and let them do. Now, if they
Exactly.
do something to you legally, or they gotta take them to court, you do that. But what I'm saying is that when they're really, when you really realize and you think about the little red flags that you ignored, and you say they really were like this for no other reason because they were envious and insecure, and they let that thing take over. Let me tell you something. When I used to go to the gym,
Exactly.
it was nothing but insecure people there, righteously insecure because they wanted to improve themselves. They said, "Oh man, look at that person over there in shape," and they look within, but they made the correction by going to the gym. These other people, when they're evil and wicked and see you shining light, they don't want to correct. They want to stay where they are, and they want to knock you down so your light doesn't shine, so they can be comfortable in the darkness.
Hmm. And I tell you, and this is why that verse that says, "Vengeance is mine." Leave it in the hands of Creator because He will deal with them. Because it's just like this childhood friend who attacked me. I mean, it was like fighting with some man down a dark alley, okay?
Wow.
That's how badly she attacked. And let me tell you, I just laid there and said, "Do your worst." And do you know, unfortunately, a year and a half later, she was dead in her grave.
Wow.
Because I just
Wow.
cut her off. I literally cut her off from that
You got
moment
to.
that she touched the hairs on my head. And you know what? God's vengeance was true justice.
Yes, indeed.
So
Listen,
when people
sweetheart.
turn around and say, "Oh, why does God make bad things happen?" Well, I'm sure that's what her family is saying when she died. But look at what she did to someone who meant her no harm, had no kind of ill thoughts towards her. But look at what she did. So we should not question God as to, "Oh, why does He make bad things happen?"
That's right. I wanted to say,
Don't question
I just got word that I'm gonna have to cut out a little extra early, but I did have a 10-minute um, word that I recorded on this topic that I was gonna play in the beginning, but I
it. Oh,
didn't
did
get
you
it
find
uploaded
it?
fast enough. Yeah, it was something that I spoke on. It was pretty much was preemptive on this subject. So I just want to get it in on this broadcast. I don't want to put it up later and
Please,
it's like, didn't he talk about
please
that before?
do.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna start getting myself together. I think it's only like 10, 11 minutes or something like that. Then I'm gonna end it, but I'm gonna get these things done because I hear once it gets dark and late, things close down. So I'm gonna get my stuff done. I got a couple of things I have to do. And it's not raining now. It's the rainy season, so you want to get out there. It rained this morning, but you want to get out there and not get caught because when it rains up in the mountains, boy, you're up in the clouds. The lightning doesn't come down and hit you; it goes sideways because you're in it. So I'm gonna do that. And anything you want to say before we go off? I don't want to cut you off. And we got to do that. We got to finish up what we're doing another time, maybe later, maybe
Yes.
tomorrow. But wrapping down on this, is there anything that you want to say to the world, or any last thing that you want to say?
Well, Sir Lancelot, you never disappoint. And, I just want to thank you in being obedient to your assignment today because, boy, that was confirmation for me. And,
Oh wow.
and so, yes, you go ahead, play the clip because I want to hear it.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. And we'll be back later on. I'm gonna play this, and I'm just gonna shut it down, and we're gonna come back with some more. My brain is ticking, my mind is ticking. Maybe I get some confirmation from other people, whatever comes through me, because I'm like a lightning rod. I accept whatever lightning comes down, and we're gonna spread it out. Much love, sister.
All right. Much love, Salat.
Okay, thank you so much. All right,
Bye.
bye bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Lancescurv here. Wow. After hearing that
gonna
clip
play
for
this
the first
right
time
now.
about
It's buffing a little bit.
doing
It should come
witchcraft
to any second.
over fast food or over food that's in established restaurants, it makes you realize how vulnerable we are in life. And this is not to make you paranoid or make you worried every single moment, but this world that we live in, you really have to be aware of what's going on. And there's so many new things and things that have been going on that we're not aware of. And with the technology that we have, you really have to be careful. Just stay on point. Just stay alert. But after hearing that and hearing that she heard it from many people who are in Uganda, she said, but if it's going on over there, it's going on all over the motherland and all over other places too, all through the Caribbean, South America, wherever you have those who indulge in the darker side of things. And yes, I will say that I do feel that there's a faction or a very small percentage of practitioners of all things natural that have no evil intent and do have power and do have something about it. I really believe that, because I think that people have taken things that are natural, that are not bad, and turned it into something bad. And whenever we have the others, the oppressors, the exploiters, they will go, and many already know this, they will go and investigate and study what it is that we as melanated people have done originally with our knowledge of the earth. And so it makes you think like, okay, where is the line drawn? Where's the line drawn? What do I mean by that? Well, this is what I mean by that. We know that if you dig up certain roots and boil them and feed them to a person who has a certain ailment, or boil certain leaves to make certain teas or certain barks, certain fruits, certain rinds, certain skin off of certain vegetables, different things like that. You combine them and you have herbs and stuff. That is the original way. We've traded that off. I know people in the medical industry, and a young lady I know very, very long, for a very, very long time. And we have a little funny code word, right? One time I said this word and she says, where else where do I hear a black man use this word? Not that you can't use it, but I was saying something to her and I said something about, and she's going to know I'm talking about her by me saying this. I said something about the pinnacle. And she's like, you amaze me. Who uses that word? So you know who you are. And you told me that people have gone out to Haiti, to South America. They come out here in the motherland, big pharmaceutical companies and their representatives, and somehow, some way, they pay off the people who are the real deal after studying them to not share their knowledge. They don't want people to share their knowledge so they can really depend on the pharmacy and go into these hospitals. You see what I mean? There's layers and layers of corruption going on in this world because these people know who we are. But back to the original, right? Most of these people have found themselves in a twisted version of their original practices, where the people who have come in to exploit and get them to stop doing what they're doing, they learn the real deal, turn it around on us, give us a watered down version that's basically occultic and evil and dark and conjuring up all different types of spirits and everything, demonic forces and everything. This is just my opinion, right? That the original real way, and you do have some people out here, I would say 1 out of every 99, that know what they're doing, and it's not witchcraft, it's the original way of working with the earth with no evil intent. But somebody else always has to come in and twist things around, and you have those who are here who fully believe that what they're doing is correct and is straight evil. Our original thing was not evil, but the compromised, pasteurized, homogenized, twisted, boiled up, processed, laid, died and laid to the side, whatever you want to call it, the thing that's tampered, that is not our original thing, and it's helping to bring us down. But imagine how really and truly evil that is, that you're going to do something like that and pray over certain food to get somebody to be addicted to your food, for you to come back. That shows you how vulnerable we are. What if it meant putting something in the food? That's scary. So now, be careful who you eat from. We already know sexual intercourse and sexual activity, not even just intercourse. It could be other things that bring you to orgasm, or even if that doesn't happen, you're messing with these people, this person, and their energy rubs off on you. The same thing with food. See, we're so knowledgeable of the other things that, oh yeah, soul ties, you have sex and stuff. But to get on that subject, I feel that you can get soul ties, just from the intimate contact, which is not physical, being involved in a person's life and being around them, best friends or good buddies, and there's something that connects you because you're intimately involved in their world and in their life. You know what I mean? I think about these things, and we're just vulnerable. We're easy to be manipulated, and there's a lot of evil things in this world that we have to watch out for, because we have to watch our backs. We have to protect ourselves. At this particular time in history, I feel that the evil side of things is very desperate, because I do feel that they know that their time is up and they're trying to take as many people with them. I know you heard that same statement in a Christian-like way. The devil knows his time is up and he's trying to take everybody down to hell. I think it's true, because the people who are sold out, who are involved in all types of things, I'm not saying they're living a pristine life, but they're on the evil side already. Nobody has to do anything to them, right? But those who are trying to walk the straight and narrow, this is not even a religious thing I'm talking about, right? But those who are trying to do the right thing spiritually and keep their light up without being tainted and compromised, those are the ones that have to be brought down and attacked. And I understand that so much more now, because even in my former inner circles, different inner circles I've been in, it was my light that pissed off their demons. And the light that you have will piss off the demons inside other people, the evil energies inside other people. It will stir them up. It'll make it unbearable. Your light will make it unbearable for them to be around you. But they have to be around you because it's their mission to destroy you. They're ordained to destroy you. You understand? They're programmed to destroy you. And see, this is the thing what I've learned from personal experience. When they haven't destroyed you thoroughly, and you're coming back, and they know that you know what they're about, and you don't mess with them anymore, they're really pissed and fascinated in a very bad way. How can these people come back? How is it that their spirit is not broken? You see what I mean? So be careful what latches on to you on any level. Be careful who touches you. Be careful of the words that people say, to implant these words as seeds of negativity that are on a time-released schedule that will trickle out into your mind, and you adopt these words and you adopt these thoughts. I have one or two people in my life like that right now. They're designated to keep me from vibrating at my highest. And I know this. I play the game back with them, and they don't even know that I'm hip to what they're all about. They try to guide you. They don't want to see you at the best. They'll hold back information, just different things. I'm going off on a whole different tangent. We were talking about food and witchcraft. But that's what it is. You don't know the hands that are preparing your food. You don't know the spirit. You don't know the energy. Why do you think when you go back, and everybody's situation is different. They say, well, I go back for my mother's cooking, and she makes it with love, and there's something about those men, because her hands are touching it, her thoughts of you eating this food. are in her mind like, oh, they're going to love this food. I'm going to make this food the best. And you eat that meal and you can feel the love. What kind of love are you going to feel from fast food or food cooked from a stranger? Think about it, right? It's not just the foods where it contains protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, water. No, it's more to it than that. And so what if that person, I've said this before, that chef in a restaurant is pissed off with the owner because he's not getting paid what he thinks he should get paid. And it's been a situation over the last 2 or 3 years and he's just through and he's looking for other work. They had words. He's pissed off. Guess who's going to suffer? Because you walk in there full of light, but this person here is so angry. It has nothing to do with you, but you get caught up in the crossfire. And as they prepare that food, they're a good chef. They know the innocent customers have nothing to do with it, but that feeling translates into that food. I really believe that. And now here you go eat the food. I'm not going to say you're going to bust out and change like the Incredible Hulk and be angry. But over time, it permeates into your psyche, into your spirit. I feel that. There's so many planes of existence in this world. And all a lot of us pay mind on is the obvious, what they see. Biggest thing to fool you is the smile. A smiling face. A pretty face. Good words that seduce you. Things you want to hear. It's not always the case. All that glitters is not gold. And so be careful what energies you're receiving on all levels. And just take a little time and just investigate first before you open up wholeheartedly, because we do not know what's coming at us in this world. This is Lancescurv. Always go to Lancescurv.com, and I enjoy your company. I enjoy your comments, and thank you for supporting the channel. Much love to you all. Talk to you next time. Peace. Welcome back, everyone. Lancescurv here. Wow. After hearing that clip for the first time about doing witchcraft over fast food or over food that's in established restaurant,